trying to get some of those great companies to come down to our innovation district and hopefully locate here to create good, high-quality, high-paying, high-tech jobs. And earlier today, we recognized the American History Month and make sure that we work with each other and support each other. So thank you. I'm now going to move on to the council member reports. I will start with the member from District 1.
First, I want to thank our first responders. I want to mention how deeply grateful we are to our police department, our fire department, for calling and acting as we should as a region. When we got the report of what was happening with the recent shooting, we responded immediately, united. Didn't matter the city, didn't matter who you were, where you were, we reacted, and that's what we need to do. So I want to thank our police department for doing that. I just want to mention that there is no room for hate. There is no room for hate and division in our community, and I stand with the families that were affected with the recent shooting. I want to mention that I joined Chula Vista PD and Chula Vista Police Foundation in honoring our sworn staff, professional staff, and community members who went above and beyond in service to others throughout the past year. It's a great honor to be there present and see how the families cheer them on and are just feeling and standing so proud. I also want to mention that on Friday, I was proud to join Supervisor Paloma Aguirre, Councilmember Ilo Rivera, and community members who rely on transit to announce the extension of the Youth Opportunity Pass program. At the May 8th SANDAG Board of Directors meeting, we passed the SANDAG budget, which included more than $4 million to extend the Youth Opportunity Pass program for another 3 years, ensuring young people never have to worry about whether they can afford a bus or trolley ride to get where they need to go. Cost should never be a barrier to keep a child from getting a dance practice, the library, school programs, or other opportunities that allow them to learn, grow, and thrive. We're not investing in us. We're not investing in the community, although we are, but we're investing in the future of our region. So more opportunities for them means a better future for us. I also want to mention that I had the honor to attend last Friday. I had the opportunity to attend the 20th Fiesta de las Americas at Salt Creek Elementary, a wonderful celebration of Latin American culture featuring family activities, and incredible live performances by students. It was great to join the community in celebrating the culture and diversity here in Chula Vista. I was also honored to present certificates of recognition to the amazing dual language immersion teachers who volunteer their time year after year to make this event possible. I also want to mention that I had the opportunity to attend the Sharp Chula Vista unveiling ceremony for their new Center for Women and Newborns. This investment in our community ensures families can receive exceptional maternal and newborn care right here in the community they call home. Access to nearby maternity care reduces transportation burdens, financial stress, and time away from work, while helping ensuring continuity of care from pregnancy through postpartum recovery. I want to thank Sharp for continuing to invest in our community and the amazing technicians, nurses, doctors, and support staff who work every day to keep our community healthy and safe. Thank you.
I will recognize the member from District 2.
Yes, I wanted to join both the mayor and Councilwoman Chavez's remarks related to building bridges in our community in the recent period. I've experienced hate as an individual. for a variety of reasons. Apparently, my family isn't up to standard to how other people see what a family should be. Can you imagine being judged as to whether or not I have a family? But it's very common. Those of us who are single, who don't have children, apparently have to play a secondary role to those people who have children and have family in that way. I can assure you I have a family too. I have an extended family. And it's just, it is atrocious that individuals find it opportune to characterize and then, you know, things that happen, like what the tragedy this week, starts becoming, you know, an outcome of how people just characterize folks very easily and make claims and make statements. And when I first joined this council, the day I was sworn in, I introduced myself as a disabled American. And in that instance, I described my mobility challenges that were caused by my size. And in the community, many people in this community are making light of my disability. They're using it in political ads. And I think it's unfortunate. And people are associating themselves with these things just by being present and not saying anything. I find it abhorrent. I find it despicable that politics, electoral politics, have gotten to the point where we're not discussing issues and concerns, but people are making light of appreciate it. Making light of our life experience, making light of our health challenges. And I never thought in my 30 plus years of public service, now that I'm healthier and more mobile, that I would have to be attacked because somebody is ambitious or is interested in reaching elected office. It's deplorable. Stop microaggressing and macroaggressing single people who are not married and who don't have children. You don't know their life experience. I pay a lot of taxes. I have a right to be in the public realm and to make decisions on public policy matters. I am second to no one. If anybody believes that my voice doesn't matter because their life experience is better than mine, we have the basis of a disagreement. Baldwin once said that, you know, we can love each other even if we don't agree, but we will never agree. We will never love each other if your argument is my destruction. I may have not quoted that exactly, but you get the gist. I find this week in Chula Vista to be very difficult. Not for me. Is the disagreement on a policy matter so much that I have to be minimized? That I have to be belittled? That a local restaurant in our community perpetuates and supports this kind of hate? I'm really disappointed. But I know sometimes anger manifests as tears, frustration that we can't put something out. But I will not stoop to the level and the indignity of the attacks I'm facing. I will value and honor everyone's point of view. I won't agree with you, but we can be in debate. I'm going to stop right there. Thank you.
I will recognize the member from District 3.
I apologize, Councilman Preciado. I've known you for 30 years. You're only a few years older than me, maybe 2 or 3. We went to college together. And I feel your suffering and I feel your pain, and I'm disgusted. It's sometimes not good enough just being elected, but having to endure falsehoods, false accusations, slander. I'm kind of the poster boy for Chula Vista and not having had a jaywalking ticket in my entire life. But yet, it probably means I'm doing something right. If people contrary to my values are threatened by my assertiveness and my ability to do things right for the city I was born in, then I'm probably doing things right. And I have thick skin. I grew up around this. But you can't exchange that for someone's heart and love and the dedication that Councilman Preciado has put into his community. And it's shameful, a lot of things that council members, I'm talking just elected officials in general. But when you have local people, businesses, friends, spouses of elected officials participating in this garbage, well, all I can say is the truth is going to come out on a variety of issues. So I ask for patience for everyone in the gallery to wait for the truth of things you hear, things you read about. A lot of us are very open to discuss these things with our neighbors and friends because we're elected to be transparent. We're elected to serve you. But there is no room for the type of garbage and political plays that this council deals with a lot. So I apologize. I apologize on behalf of my colleague. Again, I've known him for 30 years, and he's a man of integrity, and it hurts me to see him this way. I do want to make consensus amendment. The audit of behested payments for events that I asked for. I asked for it from November 2022. Sorry, November 20. No. What did I ask for? Was it 2022? I asked for November 20. I'm asking for the council to shave off those 2 years. I'm asking for November 22 for the audit to start.
Okay, I think
November
that's
20.
accurate. Yeah, I think that's accurate. The previous council referral asked for looking back to November of 2020. I think what
Yes.
you're currently saying is shave 2 years and only go as far back as 2022.
That's
Okay.
correct. Do I have consensus of the council?
I would support that.
Thank you. I yield back. Thank you, everybody. Mr. Osteen, I want to talk to you when you
I
get a
will
chance.
go ahead and recognize the member from District 4.
I want to start by thanking Chula Vista Police Department for their quick action to address the violence that happened at the Islamic Center. And also there were recently 2 deaths out at the Otay River Valley, and one of them was CBPD's investigation to have. The other one was San Diego PD. And I also want to thank Chief Dan Peak for being very, very communicative with me on both of those issues. That kind of communication with council members, it matters, so that we don't hear those details first in the public or in the press, that we're aware of what's going on immediately. So I want to thank Chief Peak for that. And of course, the quick action of Chula Vista PD. I want to say thank you to Councilman Preciado for being vulnerable yet strong with us right now. I appreciate that kind of discussion from a council member. We're not all business, we're real people. So thank you for that. I do have a referral for staff. Let me switch it up. So as Chula Vista continues to grow and attract investment, I think that we should look proactively at policies that promote workforce stability and economic continuity. A number of California municipalities have adopted worker retention and recall protections tied to redevelopment, temporary closures, and successor employer transitions. So I am requesting that staff work on a draft ordinance with these things in mind. I have 4 things to list here. So 1, review worker retention, recall, and successor employer ordinances adopted in other California municipalities. 2, analyze the city's legal authority in any potential state or federal preemption issues related to local worker retention policies. 3, I want to evaluate policy options related to specifically temporary business closures, substantial renovations and tenant improvements, redevelopment-related workforce displacement, and successor employer obligations following changes in operational control. Those 4 things. I can read them again if you need, but you can just go back and watch the video. Lastly, number 4, please return to council with policy recommendations and a draft ordinance language that balances workforce protections with operational flexibility for businesses. I have that written down. So I'm asking for, what's that?
I have a question.
Yes.
I can join you in consensus. Is there a way you can add? Oh,
Thank you.
if you add that council also consult with like South County EDC or business interests in finding and getting input for this inquiry, I can support this investigation. I just, as you examine these policy issues, I just am interested in making sure that industry and business are consulted as well, so that we can see both sides of any challenge that we need to resolve with our own policies. So if you add that as a 5th element, or an element to all the inquiries, I'm not seeking to delay, I'm just seeking that it be some sort of outreach that engages these communities. I don't know if chambers are ready, but I know the San Diego EDC and the South County EDC may be better positioned to provide technical perspectives from the business community. I don't know if you would welcome that.
So yes, is a short answer to your question. You listed local Chamber of Commerce and South County EDC. Good enough?
Okay.
I appreciate that. Can I have consensus on that referral, please? All right, thank you. That's it. I yield back.
Thank you very much. We will now see, does the awesome city clerk have a report?
No report. Thank you so much.
Okay, you did an awesome job tonight, so thank you very much for your service. I will now go ahead and recognize the attorney, and then I know we're going to be going into closed session. If you could just tell us if we are any of these items we would need to report out to.
Yeah, no, I do not see the probability of us needing to report out tonight, Mr. Mayor, so I think we could feel comfortable joining the meeting after open session. And yeah, I just want to acknowledge as well that the city clerk did an amazing job tonight. Good job, Sar. We do have closed session tonight. There are 3 items on the closed session agenda. These are all a conference with legal counsel regarding existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9. D1. Item 15.1A is City of Chula Vista versus Slade Fisher. Item 15.1B is Eric Crockett versus City of Chula Vista. And item 15.1C is Roxana Kennedy versus City of Chula Vista, all as further described in your agenda. And now, Mr. Martinez, thank you for your patience. I'm sorry for making you delay, but now would be the appropriate time to give any public comment. Thank you.
Madam Clerk, do we have any other speakers besides Mr. Martinez?
Just Mr. Martinez.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sure, no problem. I mean, that's my bad, I guess, for not seeing that agenda item at the end. My name is Greg Martinez, and I'm a longtime resident, over 20 years in Rolling Hills Ranch District of Chula Vista. And I just wanted to speak to you today about the lawsuit recently filed by former police chief Roxana Kennedy. I find these allegations to be concerning. Defamation, harassment, invasion of privacy, and claims that the city council attempted to push out the chief of police. That should concern every resident of the city, regardless of what side of the political spectrum you happen to fall on. When a police chief names every member of the city council as defendants in a lawsuit, that signals a major breakdown in trust and governance at the highest levels of our city government. The lawsuit probably is going to cost the city significant amounts of time and money, regardless of the outcome. And of course, we, the taxpayers, are ultimately the ones who will bear the burden when disputes at the top levels of government spiral into litigation. What especially caught the public's attention was the statements made by Mrs. Kennedy's attorney, who just came flat out and said that she alleged she was discriminated against because she was white. And he also accused members of the city leadership of attempting to groom somebody because they happen to be Latino and they're from an outside organization to replace Chief Kennedy. If those allegations are true, that is very wrong.